Well, hey folks, Real Honesty with John Ritzlin. What the fuck was that ending? That is
the worst.
And also
the Terminator.
Yes. Hell in a Cell review. What? Look, let me be honest. Now, we'll run it bit by bit, but until the ending match, this was actually a terrific pay-per-view, more or less.
Yes.
Shockingly, I thought it was gonna be ass.
Let's go and get into it because I need to get this out of the way because this. Oh boy, the rant at the end is going to be long.
Yes, it will be. Coach Page, Booker, and Rosenberg there, and it was great. Because
all four people who should not be on commentary.
That's right, but you did have an Oreo in there. So anyway, I had to say that.
Anyway.
Alexa blew off Otunga later, and apparently we're not done with phrasing.
Senorita.
What was New Day doing, like, backstage?
I ask that question all the time.
That's a good point. Rusev Day versus New Day for SmackDown Live Tag Titles.
And guess who won? It wasn't Rusev Day.
No, it was the other day. But look, they ran an ad during the match for the pay-per-view that was going to be on a bit. The crowd hated it. Not that they hate New Day. And I don't hate New Day. I like New Day.
Yes.
But we love Rusev.
Yes.
We wanted to see Rusev
Everyone wanted to see Rusev win. Except, for some reason, creative.
I don't know. Right. I don't know.
You have the right to print money with Rusev.
Even Aiden with them and with Lana, that is a license to print money. Rusev's, of course, the X Factor.
Yes.
But
it is quite the sad Rusev Day.
It was sad. I mean, look, nothing else.
I swear by the time I'm done actually doing that, I'm just going to be a professional opera singer at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you might be. It might be like the Bugs Bunny cartoon. Foley at one point. Foley then at one point said that Hell in a Cell is the dynamic structure.
It is a dynamic structure. Siltexia strikes again.
To be fair, he's had a lot of head injuries. This is why maybe you should take it easy on the legends you put on the show.
Maybe.
I mean, possibly. But they start off the show proper. No other pre-show matches.
Yep.
And Hell in a Cell video packages, well done. And we start off with the Hell in a Cell match. The red cell looked ridiculous. To me. It was basically TNA Steel Asylum. Well, Impact Wrestling now, but that's what it was. If you don't know what that is, go back and check it out.
Yeah, at the very least, maybe not get the full gloss on there, like a matte red.
Yeah.
That way it doesn't get all glossy and shiny like it's some beautiful red structure.
I mean, if they're trying to prevent people from having videos and stuff like that and whatever, I get it. But then you're obstructing the paying fans' views that actually want to see the show and take some pictures.
I mean, to be fair, it would still be obstructed by the cage itself.
Right. But the color...
You know what? Get it covered in Vanta Black. You fuck with everybody's head.
You'll have to show me what that is after the review. I have no idea what that is.
It makes all depth disappear.
Oh, jeez.
I'll show you later.
Right. Hell in a Cell match, Randy Orton versus Jeff Hardy. And how could Jeff Hardy have won this if he stayed?
So focused.
So fucking focused.
He was so god fucking damn focused.
There were a lot of weapons used in this. There were a lot of weapons used in this.
Sorry, I had a Harrison Ford moment.
I was going to say, the superplex spot was really nice.
Yes.
The chair usage, cane usage, and then, the screwdriver. The screwdriver. There's a picture of it on my Twitter, by the way. I got it from K-Tape News.
So, Cassie was watching it with us. And all of us that were in the room, including her husband and my other buddy John, we were all at the same time just going,
It was like watching a rubber band be twisted around a pencil. Good luck on seeing that.
Woo.
But credit to Jeff for doing that. That was some Combat Zone wrestling shit. That was good stuff.
Not enough fluorescent tubes.
True, but that's because...
Or barbed wire.
Well, WWE has actual wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. If you like CZW, that's fine. I just don't. But yeah, that screwdriver to the air. It's like, whoo! Randy was bleeding from the back and the leg. I think a splinter from the wood ladder, the wood painted ladder.
This was such a great match, a great intense match that was well deserving of the Hell in a Cell, and there was absolutely nothing on the line.
No championship.
There was no reason to be this intense.
And
like if a normal person were to go into this and be like, wait a minute, what am I fighting for? You'll get a victory. What do I get for the victory?
Respect?
But instead, we get a lackluster Hell in a Cell match later.
Right, which we'll get to.
Where something was on the line.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy climbs up on the big ladder, decides to grab the partition and everything, crawl across the thing, and it's like Randy's on a table, and he's going to swing, much like he did with Drew McIntyre I believe it was Drew McIntyre in an Impact episode. And he's going to swing and splash on Randy Orton. And then he hit through the table. And Randy Orton wasn't there.
Yes.
And then the ref called down the medics. Randy, and the Hell in a Cell got raised. Randy made him count to 3.
Yes.
And Jeff Hardy may be dead, possibly.
He's only mostly dead.
He's mostly focused, though.
Yes.
Yes. That, Orton won. I think we both had Orton winning. We had, unfortunately, I think it was like 4-2.
Yeah.
Because there were a couple, like, goofy finishes.
Oh, no. The goofy finish was yet to come.
Right. But what I'm saying is that we got some of these wrong, so instead of, like, yeah, I got 4 out of 8, and you got 2 out of 8.
Yeah.
I still love how I think I won SummerSlam last year, and it was like 6 picks out of like 13 matches. That was a weird show. This was good. This was a good match, good opener. Well done. Hopefully Jeff either retires or at least takes a few months off and goes back at the Rumble. If they want to give him one final main event push, but for the love of God, take some time off, Jeff.
He needs time to recover.
Yeah, and not become obsolete like his back probably is right now. Styles says he is laser focused.
So focused.
So fucking focused. Which we'll get to later. SmackDown Live Women's title, Becky versus Charlotte.
Woo!
Good arm focus by Becky. It was good stuff. It looks like Charlotte has 2 water balloons in her chest. There was some really, really good stuff. Yeah, I mean, they are. Saline? Maybe saline? I don't know what the fuck it is. There were some good chops. Really good exchanges.
Yeah.
There were a few, I mean, you know.
I like the chops on that last.
And Becky just having this vicious look like she just wanted to tear Charlotte apart.
Yeah.
Maybe that was that dream I had.
This was a great match. And
the spear counter into the pin. And Becky
walks away with a champion.
Right? Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
I'm glad that, well, one, I had Becky winning, but I had her winning by DQ because I figured they were going to continue this. And they'll continue this feud. Watch Charlotte win it back at Evolution. You know they would. But anyway, no handshake. Charlotte did not get a handshake. And then we had New Day flapjacking with their whitey.
What was his name?
Mr. Bootyworth. So,
Mr. Bootyworth. He don't provide syrup. Well, he does, but not for you.
Rollins and Ambrose, rather. Rollins versus Ambrose would be better. Rollins and Ambrose versus Dolphin Drew for the Raw Tag Titles. Match of the Year candidate.
Yes.
Really great exchanges. Cutting off the ring by Dolphin Drew. Really good stuff.
Yes.
Like, I really enjoyed this match.
It was fantastic. And I mean, Seth Rollins bringing Dolph Ziggler, getting him primed for the superplex. Hits the first one. Goes to roll him up, and before he could finish it, in comes Drew McIntyre with a kick to the face.
Claymore kick.
Dolph Ziggler
gets the pin.
1, 2, 3.
And that was good. That was a good way. One, it didn't make Rollins and Ambrose look weak. The Bear team won by the skin of their teeth.
For Scotland!
And it was nice because Rollins got to take it to his bigger counterpart.
Yes.
This is good stuff, though.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy this. Match of your candidate, I'm going to have to add to my list when I get home. I don't know what Foley and Braun were doing. They were having a weird exchange backstage. But then the WWE title match is in the middle of the show again.
Yes. Well, at least there's a title in the main event.
True. There were some good submission work.
Yes.
Good strikes.
Yes.
There was some really, really good stuff. I really enjoyed a lot of, just Joe being able to do all that shit that he still can do. Styles still being able
Stuck
to...
up insecurity to AJ Styles where he's at the top turnbuckle.
Yeah, just how. There was... I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed it, even with the messy finish, because you had it... It was...
They did make it so that they could keep the door open for Samoa Joe to get another matchup, because I feel like this would have been too soon to capitalize and have Samoa Joe as champion.
True. But...
I was betting Creative would do that anyway because they're stupid.
Right.
But apparently not that stupid.
But the finish, of course, you know, rolling out of the Kikina Clutch, it was kind of similar to the finish of Kairi Sane, Shayna Baszler, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. Where Styles gets pinned, but Styles ends up tapping out on Joe's shoulder, but the referee's away. Styles knew that.
Yes.
I mean, the view was obstructed. The ref saw the shoulders. Not anything else. And it was good stuff. So Joe has a legit beef. They're getting another match, Super Showdown.
I have legit beef. Legit beef. Available now for $9.99.
$9.99, Michael. So, Joe asked Paige later, you know, for a match. No DQ, something, whatever.
Right.
It's pretty much anything goes, I believe.
Yes.
And they're going to have a Super Showdown. I may have to take that day off because there's 2 shows that day. New Japan show and WWE Super Showdown going on at the same time. I'm going to tweet about both of them. Anyway, I can do it.
I like how the way I'm sitting has crinkled up my shirt so it says Muster Angus.
Muster Anus. So...
Let's not.
Yes. Miz and Maurice apparently were dressed like Charlie in the Shock Factory or Emperor's New Groove.
The brass knuckles. The brass knuckles from Brian. The brass knuckles specifically designed to kill Brian. Brian's knuckles. Those knuckles.
I hate David Spade, by the way. That's why I didn't really care for that movie.
I don't know. I think it was a role that fit just perfect.
Oh, no, because he's a jackass. I mean, I agree.
That was the role.
Right. No. I mean, I agree with you there. Miz and Maurice versus Brian and Brie, and I'm sorry, this is where the pay-per-view started. Look, Brie and Maurice doing this for their kids is great. Maurice being back in the ring so soon after having a kid is great. Same with Brie. I mean, even though Brie's had a couple matches.
I wouldn't say that it's great. I mean... No,
it's great inspiration for women to get back on, you know, get back out, do some things.
But here's better inspiration. If you've been taken out of an athletic role for a number of months, whether it's due to injury or carrying a child to term, which is excruciatingly more painful, I bet. Mm-hmm. Make sure that you're fully healed up and ready to compete.
And not to dive.
Because you can be as inspirational as you want to, but if you cannot perform, that's a spicy meatball.
Right. The Brie mode theme automatically knocks us half a grade down. I'm sorry.
It's a bit cheesy.
It was not the best.
Get it?
Damn Gouda.
Because her name is Brie.
I get it.
It's like cheese.
Brie cannot chase Maurice down, and Maurice had a kid more recently.
Yes.
Which I guess was a story, but no diving headbutt, Daniel, please. No diving headbutt.
He did not just 1, but 2,
God.
3. He did more than what he should have, which would have been 0.
Right. Yeah, he shouldn't have done any at all. Maurice ends up rolling up Brie in a really messy finish.
It was a really messy finish. Pin for the 3 count. The fuck?
I mean...
So now both The Miz and Maurice have a win over Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella.
And the Bellas are going to team with Ronda Rousey and take on the Riot Squad Super Showdown.
Correct.
That shows up at 2 a.m. in the morning on Saturday. Well, Saturday's 6th.
Yeah.
You'll be asleep.
I will. Probably.
I'll be reviewing it. Hey, if you're not, I'll come over.
I need sleep.
Too bad we're watching the show.
I was just saying if you could sleep anyway.
Why aren't you get in my house?
So, Miz and Maurice won. Then Alexa and Ronda.
Yes.
Good enough match. Alexa focusing on Ronda's... Focusing on Ronda's ribs. What was Alicia wearing?
Whatever the hell she felt like.
I mean,
she's skinned to Yeti.
The Yeti! Is that a head he's cut out or a stump?
I just now have this image of Alicia Fox charging up Mount Everest, just hunting down a Yeti with her bare hands.
I have this,
and she would.
She would. I just have this idea of her and the Yeti, Ron
hear
Reese,
that?
teaming up.
I believe that's the snow leopard.
So, anyway, it was good enough. It was a bit slow at times. I mean, I get it. Ronda was selling. Alexa's still not that good in the ring, but it was a good match.
And as you said earlier, it was one of Alexa's best well-worked matches.
Yeah, and Ronda helped with that. Now look, Ronda is not perfect in the ring. She's still green, but she's gotten it almost pretty much right away.
She's understanding her limits. She changed up her armbar to avoid injury.
Yep.
Because as we remember seeing that when she did her original armbar, it was almost as if she was back in the UFC.
Right.
But she changed it up so that there's less pressure put on the other wrestler.
Right.
And she can still apply it with that same sort of speed.
And it looks vicious and it works.
Yeah.
But Ronda winning was the right call.
Yeah.
We're getting Ronda versus Nikki Bella at Evolution.
Blah.
Exactly. And I'm sorry if you're happy that Nikki Bella's getting a title shot, you're a fucking idiot. Sorry. You're a fucking idiot. She doesn't deserve it.
Nope.
What has she done to deserve it? Oh, she's great at
She's
marketing.
a diva.
Yeah. So, let's get to the main event. The main event. Reigns versus Braun. Foley is a special guest referee. Universal title match. This is Braun's cash-in.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I was on the toilet for a lot of this match, and you know what? I didn't miss anything.
You really didn't. No, you were on the toilet for a little bit. There were weapons. Oh boy, Braun broke a cane.
Oh! I wasn't even supposed to be here!
Foley botched a 3 count. Look.
Yes!
Foley, why? Look, I get it. Come on. God. And it was early on in the match, too.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like it was at the finish. It's not the first time Foley's been involved in a botched 3 count. Bound for Glory 2009, I believe. Yeah, that's against Abyss. Of course I remember that.
So,
boy, more steps, tables, canes. Go ahead. Sorry.
No. This match could have been the crowning achievement of Hell in a Cell. This could have made this an A.
Could have. Should have absolutely made it.
You could have had an intense battle where Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins break into the Hell in a Cell. Everyone feuds. Everyone hits each other, beats down each other. Roman Reigns starts knocking out Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler.
Ambrose and Rollins are down.
Yeah, Ambrose and Rollins are down. The two are exhausted. They're beating each other to shit. And then, as Roman Reigns hits him with 2 Superman punches and revs up for the spear, Braun Strowman picks him from midair and then does a running power slam on. And then you could have ended the match there, and everyone would have blown their fucking minds.
And their loads, probably.
Gross.
But they would.
But they didn't.
Yes.
What they instead did is have Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins have a meaningless fight on the outside of the cage while...
Up on the cage, too.
Yeah. While Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns decided to sleep in the middle of the ring. Just get a fresh little nap in. Mick Foley probably took a nap too. Nobody knows because they didn't focus on what was going on in the ring.
The cameraman was not focused.
They had no impact on what happened inside the cell. None.
It was to distract us.
Yes.
From the fact that Reigns was going to win. But...
And then what did they do? Roman Reigns didn't win. Braun Strowman didn't win. Brock Lesnar returns.
With a beard.
With a beard, admittedly. A better touch.
Yeah.
Beards are always a good idea.
This is true.
But the biggest butt of tonight. Brock Lesnar kicks in the door with a shitty lock.
The shitty Brock lock.
Yeah. And beats up both of them. Beats up Braun, beats up Roman. And then the match ends because neither of them can continue. So Braun Strowman has now had a failed cash-in.
And Reigns is... the worst ending they could have come up with was Reigns winning, and they somehow came up with the worst finish.
Exactly.
And that's hard to do.
Roman Reigns technically retains the championship. And nothing happened from this Hell in a Cell match.
Nothing.
There was no comeuppance.
No. Maybe Brock challenges for the title soon. Again, I don't know. Survivor Series, maybe?
It's
I mean,
just-
no. I'm not saying I want to see it.
This was...
In a show,
That got brought down to a B.
I'm going to B minus.
It gets a Brie.
Part of the reason is because, I'm sorry, the mixed tag just wasn't that good.
Yeah.
That's just my... And Rusev Day not winning bothered me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Hell in a Cell match, that was garbage. I mean, that's on the worst of the year.
Yeah.
That's worst match of the year. Or on worst match.
That match as a whole was bad.
Yeah.
Not that the working wasn't bad. When Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman, when they were actually fighting, did an adequate job.
Yeah.
I won't bring them down for that. But the whole package of the match, the meaningless fighting outside the ring, nobody gave them any weapons. No one supplied them with anything. There was no tactic whatsoever to that.
Dolph did a pointless drop.
I could edit out them fighting, and you wouldn't have missed a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I'm going B minus because, I'm sorry, that really brought it down.
I think the rest of the pay-per-view, aside from the Daniel Bryan match, which I hate seeing that,
Not against Bryan, I mean,
was terrific.
it was really well done.
And it's just, both of us aren't going to drag the entire show down based upon that.
But it is going to get downgraded.
But it does, on its own merit, have to be down to a B, in your case, a B minus.
Because it's a very tan to B minus. It's between a B minus and a B because I really did enjoy this pay-per-view. My voice is gone. It just, anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, let me know what you think. My poll's going to be up here. It was a real huffle no shuffle.
It was. But, you do the outro.
This has been Real Honesty with John Ritlin. I am not John Ritlin. I am the Durbinator. And you have a great night.
And fuck Vince McMahon. Maybe not. Fuck his creative.
Maybe not. The Bucky Beaver teeth.